So we're at 6:30, and we really have about 4 hours to go.
We're not making it tonight.
Okay.
Maybe next night we stop. Maybe we'll find a cheapy place. So then we could just go in the morning and go to camp tonight. I don't know. What do you think?
I guess we're gonna find out.
Saddle up.
Beyond the stars, out where the sun sets, we'll find the light and we'll keep it our secret. Oh, anywhere you wanna go.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Go Roughly Around the World. We're riding around the world with my German Shepherd Moxie on the back of my motorcycle.
Not in a sidecar trailer.
To raise $100,000 for the nonprofit Girl Up. We started the adventure in Guatemala, which is where we were living, and we made our way all the way up to Canada to the Arctic Ocean. Now we're on our way down south to the Antarctic.
So in the last episode, we had a major crisis, a mechanical crisis in the form of Jess's radiator spewing coolant all over the interstate, just south of Salt Lake City.
Yeah, but we ended up getting it sorted. We had the help of a lot of friends and strangers along the way.
Bunka biker, a BMW, you name it.
Yeah. So we got that done. Luna Laguna was in fighting trim again. And then we started continuing south all the way into Mexico.
And so that's what we're picking up here. We are moving into Baja, California. There's adventures on the way, some gorgeous desert Baja roads, and also a killing field of sea urchins. Stick around.
Lay down. Lay down.
Jesse, you're painting her with red light. What are you? Are you a sniper?
We were able to pull off here in the trees. Last night we were hearing some really weird creatures. I don't know what the bird was, but it's still making noise now. And of course we heard coyotes last night. And we actually slept without the fly on, which is never really the best thing for Moxie, because when the fly isn't on, then she can't really relax. She's just like up and looking.
We are like desert caravans here, trying to ride through as much of the night and the coolness as possible. We are going to ride as long into the morning as we can, and then if we have to hunker down for a while, we will. No lights have gone on, and that means that the new old radiator is performing correctly.
We've been riding in like anywhere between 12 degrees up to like 41, 42 degrees Celsius. My phone, Greg's phone too, for that matter, it hit the temperature check like 3 or 4 times just today.
We made it to Vegas at basically 11 o'clock-ish, maybe a bit before, when it was just getting to be scorching hot. And Jess reached out to a nice lady, Kelly, on Bunka Biker with a weird request, basically just for shelter from the scorching heat.
She finds a doghouse everywhere we go. Look at her. She's in the closet. There's nothing else in the closet but her and a robe.
Not in Baja yet, just a fake one, but we are headed to LA and then to Baja.
To support the Go Roughly Around the World adventure, visit GoRuffly.com to purchase outdoor gear for you and your dog. It's ethically made, looks amazing, and holds up to all the abuse that Moxie gives it during our adventures. Use coupon code GoRuffly20 for 20% off your purchase. Thanks so much, and now back to the adventure.
They did a great job at the Dogfather. And Greg was saying when he went in to collect her, he thought that they had cut her hair because she was so fluffy and she looked so different. It's because we never bring her to a groomer, and when you bring a dog to a groomer, they bathe them and then they give them a blow dry, and so they fluff up a little bit. Now we're on our way down to Ensenada. Our Airbnb is further than Ensenada, but it's on the way. But I think our first sort of stop is gonna have to be tacos. Look at this. This is like the roasted green chili salsa. Oh my God, I can't wait to have it. It's been so long.
So we're at 6:30, and we really have about 4 hours to go.
We're not making it tonight.
Okay.
Maybe in Ensenada we stop. Maybe we'll find a cheapy place. So then we can just go in the morning and to camp tonight. I don't know. What do you think?
I guess we're gonna find out.
We made it into Baja last night. It was like 11:30, maybe like 11:40 by the time we actually arrived in after our ride down from Los Angeles. But we made it, and we are now in this beautiful oasis.
Working to get back on the right track, getting all my ducks in a row.
Holy shit.
So Roberto, he actually is a fisher person, a fisherman, or he owns a team of fisher people who fish for sea urchins, and they process them. So they do the processing in the building that's just right on the backside here, and then they bring them to Ensenada and to Tijuana. They ship some of them to Japan, they ship some to the States.
La más fácil y el estilo aquí es quitar la cola, esto se desecha, se abre aquí a la mitad, se le pone mantequilla, sal, pimienta y sobre la plancha. Se empieza a cocinar primero del lado de la concha para que el calor suba y la mantequilla baje, y ya después la giran y ya con arroz y quizás frijoles, tortillas de harina.
Getting all my ducks in a row. Changing the seasons, picking up the pieces.
Is this sock of yours that you've placed in the window here, is this like a drug dealer thing? Is this like to say that you have good weed here or something?
No, it's so that the window doesn't rattle.
I'm on my way, but I'm not there. I can feel it in the air. There's better days ahead. My heart's beating in my chest. All the lessons that I've learned on the bridges that I burned.
Thus ends Roughly Boot Camp Month 1.
Yep.
Are we caught up? No. We still have a little ways to go, thus the next Airbnb. That was awesome. That is not what I expected.
Un pastor belga.
Alemán.
Alemán.
Uh-huh.
I received a message from the Airbnb host, and she was saying that last Thursday they had a storm that passed through, and so there was no water, internet, or power in their area.
The whole idea of a trip like this is to go wherever you want to go. Most of the time, this is the road that you want to take to get there.
I walk through the valley,
fight the war unafraid.
We are doing a tour of their, what would you call this? The winery. I'm not exactly sure what you call this part of the winery, but we're going to see the process. I feel like a bumpkin. I don't know any of the terminology of a winery. The Cabernet, I have good taste. It tastes better to me than the Acorde. We saw this great al pastor, had to stop for something. Today we were vegetarians, but we needed something after our little wine tasting experience and to get us going because we still have another 5 hours to our Airbnb. We stopped for a little break here where the condor flies. This is a stellar place. It's like full of these rock mountains. It must be a lot of erosion because it's windy. You can see that there are windmills here, so it is pretty windy out here. So I think that that's what's causing the rocks to show on these mountains behind me. It is something like spectacular. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
We are staying in Guadalupe, Victoria, and it's a haul. It's a whole hour, and we want to have enough food for Moxie so that we're not like desperately bolting back here.
We do get to a bigger city. I do go out of my way to make sure that she gets something of better quality. It's the salmon pea recipe, which is going to be great for her fur because it is a bit lackluster right now from the food not being so good. So this is going to be a great supplement for her. She's going to start looking good, and she will lose a little bit of weight. We're leaving for the ADV rally, which is happening in Julian, California. We're only about like 2.5 hours away, but the struggle that we're gonna have this weekend is that it is freezing. It like actually snowed last night there, and it's supposed to be like -1 overnight again tonight.
Sorry about that.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Alright, that's your dog?
Yeah, it's Moxie.
I never seen a dog riding a motorcycle.
We manufacture them, that's why.
Can be done?
Yeah.
Legal?
Yeah. She's harnessed in, so it's appropriate for a dog. Yeah, she's got her protection.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm just visiting Mexico. Right?
Yeah, we've been staying there it's been about a month. We're coming back up for a motorcycle rally in Julian, California.
Jessica.
Yeah.
Friend here.
Yep.
A nice dog.
Yeah, she's friendly.
She's female.
Yeah.
We just picked up our 2 packages that we had sent to El Centro here in California because when we tried to send them to the stagecoach, it was like $200 per box. So no. So we sent them here, but as you can see, they're quite large and we're fully loaded up. So we're gonna unpack what we can. This first box actually came from Guatemala. This is Moxie's refresh of all of her gear. So she now is going to be Riptide Blue because we made it to the Arctic Ocean. All of our stuff is going to be blue. I don't give a shit that she's a girl. Like, she gets to wear every color. Now she's wearing Riptide Blue. And then all of that is for her. And then the bottom one is all of the fun gear that we just received from Kelty, from Quadlock, from Cardo, and from Hydropack.
1, 2, show 'em how we do. 3, 4, turn it up more. 5, 6, do it like this. 7, 8, and don't be late now. Everybody come on. Everybody come on. Everybody come on. Everybody come on.
Oh, look at this.
We
Okay.
are roughly.
Okay. All right.
Are you selling them?
Yeah, they're selling them.
Yeah, they're custom built.
Cool.
Yeah, which type of dog do you have?
Australian Shepherd.
Oh, perfect.
Dog ones.
Those are the Rex specs.
Dog ones.
Right? Those are the
Yeah,
Rex
those
specs,
are Rex
I'm pretty
specs and then the ear pros. Yeah.
Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. Go Roughly Around the World is a $100,000 fundraiser for the nonprofit Girl Up. Now we're almost at $14,000 out of our $100,000 goal, and I want to say thank you to everybody who has donated. If you haven't donated, head on over to GoRuffly.com and hit the donate now button. 100% of the proceeds go to Girl Up, and it is 100% tax deductible in the US. If you want to dive deeper into the adventure with us, head on over to Patreon. That's where we share loads of tips and tricks, and we go behind the scenes for each episode. In this week's Behind the Scenes, we're going to be talking about international travel with your dog and what it's like to be working while on the road. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube and at GoRuffly for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on over on Patreon.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The GoRuffly lunacy of carrying way too much shit on this guy's bike has gotten to a new extremity of absurdity. She's worried about the ninjas.
Maybe she's protecting her back. That on Thursday there is or was?
Was.
Okay, it says este jueves. What's before the jueves? Last week's jueves.
We had to choose between having no water for a time and having no data, like cell coverage, like internet. That would be a tough one because, you know, water you can sort of carry in.
Yeah. Today's route. Okay. So we'll either go across the peninsula. Moxie. We'll either go across the peninsula or we will go up towards the Moxie. Really focused. Moxie? What do you need?